breaking news from the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo is headed to South Beach. Social media went into a frenzy when this news hit your phone, everyone's Google. It's been a long time coming, but he's headed to South Beach in Briscoe. This is a huge blockbuster of a trade.
Absolutely it is. I mean, we've been waiting for this news to break, and it is now actually happening. It is Giannis and Bobby Portis to the Heat, and in exchange, the Bucks are bringing in an absolute haul that includes 4 players, Tyler Hero and Jaime Jaquez among them, as well as 3 first-round picks, including the 13th in tomorrow night's draft. There's also 1 pick swap and a second-round pick. Shams is obviously on the case here, so let's just start with this one. How did the deal finally get done?
Guys, this was a 13-month trade saga for Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Just to put it plainly, Giannis felt like his time was up with the Bucks a calendar year ago. The Bucks at every turn did everything they could to try to keep him. They fought this right until the end with Giannis to try to win around him. They depleted their assets, their salary books as well. But Giannis informed the team numerous times that it was time for both sides to move on, that he would not sign a long-term contract extension. So now for the Bucks, several weeks ago, they opened up for business. They started negotiating with several teams, and they really started to focus in on the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics over the last few weeks. Co-owner Jimmy Haslam came out a period of time ago and made it very clear that by the draft, the Bucks wanted to know whether Giannis was going to commit long-term or they would move him. Giannis was not willing to commit long-term, so they are now moving him. And you think about the haul that the Bucks got after negotiating with Boston and Miami in the last few weeks. You get Tyler Hero, that's a homecoming for him. Khalil Ware, a young center. Jaime Jaquez, a good two-way wing. You get Kasparas Yakashonis, who's just 20 years old, an up-and-coming guard. And then they get a significant return of draft capital. 3 first-round picks unprotected, including the 13th pick in the draft on Tuesday night. You get 1 pick swap far out in 2030, and then a 2033 second-round pick. So the Bucks now turn the page on the Giannis era after 13 years. Taylor Jenkins signed a 6-year contract to be the Bucks head coach. They are now going to take time to reassess this team. This is a step back for the organization, but one that they do with flexibility, with picks, with young players, controllable contracts, rookie scale deals as well. But listen, Pat Riley has landed his white whale. We know his history. Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Jimmy Butler, and now Giannis is walking into Miami to play in South Beach with Bam Adebayo. The job for the Heat isn't done, but that's a pretty strong duo to start with.
So they get all those players plus all those draft picks. So what did the Celtics not offer up, Shams, in order for their offer to be considered by the Bucks?
So, Michael, my understanding is the Celtics aggressively pursued Giannis this draft period cycle. They went after him at the deadline as well, but clearly nothing came to fruition. But at this cycle here with the draft, the Celtics offered Jaylen Brown, the 2024 Finals MVP, and I'm told 2 unprotected first-round draft picks. And so the holdup in those conversations ultimately became the Bucks wanted more assets. They wanted a couple young players, Ugo Gonzalez, Baylor Shireman, potentially others. They wanted more first-round picks, more swaps. But was there a middle ground to be had? But at the end of the day, my understanding is the Celtics were not willing to part with enough young players and assets to get a deal done. The offer stood as Jaylen Brown and a couple first-round picks. So now, if you're Boston, there is going to be fallout from this, some hard conversations, because for the second time in 4 years, the Celtics have offered Jaylen Brown, their co-star with Jason Tatum, in a trade. Back in 2022, the Celtics offered Jaylen Brown in a package for Kevin Durant, now for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so the tables are a little different now because Jaylen Brown is a Finals MVP. He just came off a year where he was a MVP finalist as well. And so there are going to be some conversations now moving forward. Jaylen Brown is extension eligible in July. We'll see where things go from here.
In terms of where things go for the teams that actually got this deal done, the Bucks and the Heat, are they done dealing?
Technically, Nicole, they don't have to be, because I'm told both sides will wait until July 6th to execute the deal. So that means, like the Rockets and Suns did last year when Kevin Durant was traded to Houston, that deal happened around this period of time. The sides waited a period of weeks. It ended up being a historic 7-team trade. I'm not saying this deal will be that, but they're going to leave it open here. They have to make the deal execute with the period of time due to the salaries. But this time will allow Milwaukee and Miami to see, are there other ways to increase the deal, expand the deal. But as of right now, Milwaukee wants to move forward with these players. They've got draft picks. They've got what they believe to be a competitive haul of players and picks to allow this franchise to move forward in a way with flexibility that they weren't going to have with Jaylen Brown. Remember, guys, Jaylen Brown has 3 years left on his deal. Big money, super max contract money. He was due for an extension coming up here. And so you have to decide, if you're the Bucks, you just gave up Giannis because you felt in large part you're not ready to compete for a championship now. So do you want to put yourself in a position, if you're going to get a 30-year-old Jaylen Brown, you know that comes with a level of expectation. They rather take a step back and assess now moving forward with some assets.